Hello everyone, Raji Rab campaigning in Encino. Hope you guys can hear me. I know the holiday season is out in full swing. Please be safe, be careful. There are different variants out there. We don't even know what's out there at this point. We just have to be careful. So as I drive through Encino, I wanted to share with you that times are tough. Pandemic has hit us, but what is sad is in every other part of the world which has been hit by pandemic, prices have gone down. Here, when I go and talk to people, everybody's complaining of price gouging. Housing market is skyrocketing. Some people have made so much money, they're going out to the moon and stars. You see all these space competition that's going on, whereas people here on the planet are suffering with the basic living standards. Guys, there's one way, one solution out there. Real leadership. Real leadership is going to put an end to all this controversy, all this division. Real leadership is going to bring in advancement. Real leadership is going to bring peace and prosperity. We are the wealthiest nation on the planet, and we don't have money? No, I don't think so. We are the richest nation on the planet because we have the resources to support ourselves. Nobody's going to come out. Heavens are not going to come down. Other countries are not going to come and help us. When we are out there to help the rest of the world, that means we have the resources to support ourselves. What we need is a friend in need. I am that friend. We need the leadership that will be out there to help everyone. I am that leadership. I'm calling out to you guys to get your forces together. This is not an easy task. We are not going to make things happen by sitting back at home and hoping things to work out on their own. It's not going to happen. I'm out there in the street. I put my name on the ballot. I want you to please get your friends and families together. There's a simple way to have peace and prosperity. That is real leadership, real representation in Congress. My name is on the ballot for U.S. Congress. I am asking for your support. I'm out here in the streets of Encino, and I'm going to go to all the cities in the district, trying to raise awareness, put everybody on notice that I'm out there. I need help. I need you to please go out, reach out, make forces, friends, families together. Why? Because that's the only way we will be able to get our voices heard. We need one simple way to get everything done. Elect me to office. You need a friend in need, a friend in your darkest hour, a friend who will be there when you need any kind of assistance. You, me, we are all stakeholders to our economy. We are stakeholders to our good times and bad times. We are shareholders of the United States of America. But it will not happen if we let things go the way they're going. It will not happen if we do not put an end to this injustice. People, listen to me. There's a storm brewing in the background. People are tired, exhausted, giving up. Homelessness is on the rise. People who are on the borderline of making month-to-month living are on the edge of reaching homelessness. I can stop this. All we need is a friend in U.S. Congress, a friend in federal funding, a friend you can reach out in your darkest hour. I am that friend. I have always been that person. I will help you. I will be there for you. I will fight for your fight. I will fight for your rights. I will fight for your prosperity. I will fight for your peace. I will fight to make sure that you have housing. I'll fight to make sure that you don't fall into homelessness. And those who are in homeless situation right now, I will fight to get you out. There's a simple way of getting it done. Make a permanent solution. Not a solution that's going to be temporary. Not a solution that will make a few housing and the building complexes that will get filled up in a minute. No, I want a permanent housing complex, a project that will give you housing rights, that will give you relief, that will give you pull you out of poverty. We have to get the American people to work. I haven't come across one person who is saying, I don't want to work, I want a handout. Nobody wants a handout. Everybody wants a job. It is my job to create employment. I will create employment. It's my job to remove all those obstacles that you face in homelessness, all those divisions that we have today. I don't believe in the red and the blue. I don't believe in any kind of race, religion, and culture differences. We are one. We are Americans, and we have to understand that only as together we will survive, and we will be victorious, we will be prosperous. So please, look me up, listen up. We need to get together. We need to get our act together. We need to pick up the right person. Just standing in line and picking and choosing and going by party lines is not going to solve our problem. Our problems lies in our own hands. Pick a person who cares. Elections are coming up. In a few months, we will be making this decision. If you vote for someone and you don't even know that person first, and you can't reach out to him like the way you can reach out to me, I'm that person you can reach out to. I'm that person who will solve your problem. I'm that person you can reach out with your family and connect with me. The incumbent, the guy who's in the district, oh my God, you can't reach out to him. Your call will be transferred somewhere. They will have town hall meeting and selected people to reach out to town hall meeting. Even the screening is done on a town hall where only the favorites are allowed to come, not with me. I'm here driving around in the district, in various parts, in every part of the district, reaching out, talking to people and telling them, look, I'm your friend, I'm here, I'm the solution. If you're facing any kind of problem, if you're facing discrimination, if you're facing hardship, I'm there. I will give you guidance. I will give you support. And once I go to Congress, your problems will be gone, taken care of, because I will be your friend in your darkest hour. Students, listen up. I know you and your family have put up all the resources together to get you through this. So don't forget your parents and those who have been behind you in putting your education together. But listen up. Only and only debt-free students. Only and only debt-free students will raise a debt-free nation. I believe that with all my heart, to be able to remove debt from our shoulders. Education is the gateway. We have to make sure to eliminate student debt. Student debt will go away. Problems will go away. Lighter life standards will come up, and our generation, the new generation, will bring out a new wave of prosperity. Jobs, employment, that's the job of the government to do it. And I am going into the government. I'm going to Congress to make sure that we bring out relief. How does relief come out? It's not going to happen by magic. You need to pick up the right person to do the job. You want a person who's going to work night and day, not for himself, not for any status, just to make things happen. I'm fighting for a legacy. I'm fighting to leave my presence after I'm gone. I'm trying to set up a venue of progress and advancement for everyone, because time is going to pass and we are going to be standing here like we've been for the last 100 years. I haven't seen any kind of progress that can be noticeable. Yes, we're already in the down spiral, and then what happens? Pandemic comes and hits us. And what happens in the pandemic? Prices go up. There is no relief. There's nobody watching. There's no control. And who do we go out to? No one. Small businesses completely wiped out. Poor people deeper into poverty. Homeless, oh God. And then we complain that, homelessness is everywhere. Yes, of course homelessness is going to grow because there's no solution. And if we don't bring out a permanent solution, it's going to go into everybody's backyard. So we got to stop complaining and look at the solution that I'm offering. I offer myself for accountability. I offer myself for responsibility. Give me a chance. I will be responsible. I will be accountable. I will make sure to, from day one in office, I'm going to bring changes. I'm going to delegate. I'm going to hire people from you, from the community, to have responsibility. I will delegate assignments. I will make sure to reach out to the people in the most difficult of times. People, remember, you're not alone. I'm here. Up till now, it looks like nobody's there. All the struggle that people are doing, whether you are successful or whether you're not successful, you're on your own. This is how it looks like right now. All that is now is in your own muscle and strength that you've made up. So we got to stop that. There's got to be some help coming to you guys. If you're doing well, we have to make sure you do better. If you are one of the job providers, if you're on the top, we want to reward you by creating more jobs. And if you are struggling and looking for jobs, I want to make sure that the pattern has changed. America does not have to be a struggling nation. You will not, in my presence, you will not face that kind of struggle, because I'm going to work day and night to find out jobs, to create and improve businesses. open door. An open door policy can only start by giving incentive to business. If we tax the business and small business, large business to the to a very high level, then it's going to discourage them. They will want to move out. We have to reward everybody in whatever extent that we can to bring the American people together. We cannot pit the poor against the rich. We cannot pit those who have made it to the top against those who are struggling. No, we have to make sure that those who are at the top, we seek out for their help. We seek out for relief. We seek out for a vast employment strategy, and we have to make sure that people have a living standard that can be seen worldwide as a sign of advancement, as a sign of humanity. So, like I said, I am fighting for everybody's right. I'm fighting for equality. I want to make sure that here in America, when you work hard, you can make it to the top. And when you make it to the top, you will be appreciated. You're not going to be targeted. And if you're struggling, you will not be targeted. You will be helped. I will make sure that I work with all sides of the aisle and make things happen day one. Every day count, every hour count. I will not sleep and I will not be at peace till I make visible changes. People, I'm driving through the district, and I'm driving through Encino right now, and I see a lot of people waving hands, showing their enthusiasm at my driving through the district, because I'm out campaigning. I'm out campaigning in the streets. I'm out fighting for your rights. I'm out there showing my face that I'm here. And I'm also fighting for your rights in the court of law. I've been fighting for election integrity in the court. Now I'm in court of appeal, because if we don't have justice, if we don't have fairness, if we don't have our constitution equally applied to all of us, then we got nothing. I'm fighting for justice. I believe with justice comes peace and prosperity. With justice comes relief. With justice comes belief and trust. People seem to be losing that trust in the way of life that we have. World over, we are seen as the leaders of the free world. We are seen as leaders of humanity. We are seen as leaders of justice and equality. So people, come on. What we need, we are the role models and will continue to be role models. And I'm fighting that fight. I want to just make sure that charity begins from home. We have to make sure that we reach out to the people around us. We reach out to our neighbors, our friends, our families. We got to make sure that the next generation is protected. Our future is our next generation, and we have got to make sure that the next generation is protected. They have guidance. The biggest thing that we need right now to give to our children, our grandchildren, our schools and colleges is guidance and support. That, hey, you go to school, you finish your high school, you finish your college, there's a great future for you. And like I said earlier, debt-free students will raise a debt-free nation. I'm going to make sure that I fight. When we have the funds to fight, the world, we have the funds to create weapons, when we have funds to go to war, when it's necessary, yes. But then we have funds to eliminate student debt. Come on, we can do that. Student debt should be there, should not be there, will not be there. I will fight. I will make sure to remove it. I want to make sure that the taxation process is fair. I want to make sure that the immigration process is fair. I want to make sure that the homelessness and poverty is driven out forever. I want to make sure that everybody has equal opportunity. Look, I'm going to keep talking about your rights, because I feel that's what is missing. If we have our rights in order, if we have justice in order, if we have equality in order, then we believe that as we get up every day, there's going to be a new sun, a new hope, a new opportunity waiting for us, and that every day of our life is going to bring us more peace and more prosperity. There is no real happiness because everybody is in that mood of uncertainty. Students who are studying don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. They're just worried about their student debt, and they're thinking, what if I don't get a job? What if I get a job, I'm not able to pay the student debt? And then comes, the collection companies after you and whatnot. So I'm there. I'm watching out for you guys, you know. And what do I want? I need your support. I need you to pass the word. I want you to get a force together. I want you to go to social media, follow me, like me, subscribe me. Those are the things that make people realize that you are not alone. I want you to know you have a friend. And what is a friend? A friend is there when you need help. A friend in need is a friend indeed. So I am your friend in your darkest hour. But how do I become helpful to you? Elections are coming up. Get your forces together. Like me, follow me, support me, bring numbers so that people can hear. All the opposition forces, special interest, they will back off when they see the overwhelming support that is coming me with you. All I'm asking for is please pass the word. Join my hands. I need the strength of your voice. Join me. We can make things happen. We are the American people. We fight. When things are going tough, we get going. We will not let these hindrances stop us. We will not let this opposition stop. We will not let these divisions stop us. We're going to remove the division. Hey, listen, you may have your likes and dislikes about politicians. You may have likes and dislikes about policies. You may have likes and dislikes about parties. But here, I call upon you. Go by the person. It's time for us to keep party differences aside and look for the right person. Vote for the person for now. It's a congressional election, midterm election coming. They're not presidential elections. Please get your hands together. Vote for me. That's the only way to bring a change. If we do not get together, if we do not bring a change, if we let things go, then we will only get more of the same. If you want more of the same, you have to do nothing and sit back. But if you want to protect your next generation, if you want to protect yourself, if you want to protect your future, you know, I am that guy. I will protect you. I will defend you. I will fight for your rights. I will fight the fight for you. All you need to do is to join me in my mission to secure your future. My mission to bring you peace. My mission to bring you prosperity. My mission is a collective mission. My mission is joint venture. My mission is to secure your shareholding, your stakeholding in this great country of the United States of America. Guys, I'm here. Time is short, life is short. If we do something now, we will be able to protect not only the remaining segment of our lives, but we will definitely be able to secure our future and our future generations. Our future generations are counting upon us. And what is needed? Awareness. What is needed is wake up. As a guy reaching out to you, talking to you, driving on the street, working nights and days. I'm that guy. I'm that friend working to secure your future. Please get your voices together. Make phone calls. Join hands. Reach out. Come to me. Join my social media. Join my Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. Subscribe. Reach out to me. Come to my office. Talk to me. Get a force together. We have to make history out of this. Here I see history in the making. Here I see changes in policy and laws. Here I see the America for the people once again. We will not let the special interests divide us. Right now, the forces of division, whether it's through policies, elections, so many other factions that are working together just to divide us. We got to stop that. We got to stop the forces of hate, because then they will divide and rule us. I'm here calling out for unity. I'm here calling out for integrity. How do we do that once again? Give me a chance. Join me. Listen to the voice of wisdom. I'm asking you to look at what I'm talking about. Look at what I've been saying all along. I'm going to stay in touch with you. I'm going to keep out my voice. I'm going to keep out my face. I'm going to keep out my presence. I'm going to be on the streets meeting you guys. So please, when you see me driving around honk, when you see me talking and doing meet and greet with the people, whether I'm at the mall, whether I'm on the roadside, come and talk to me. Come and talk to me. If you have a gathering, send me a message. I will come and talk to your gatherings. I will come and give you assurances. I will come and give you my word of my promise of support, because elections are coming up. This is the real time of the year when all our complaints, all our pain and sufferings, we can end them by picking up the right person. All I'm asking you, my friends, is join me, support me. I need public support to get to that overwhelming level where there is no doubt. Otherwise, like every election, there's always a doubt left behind. I'm already in court of appeals, fighting for election integrity. In the previous election, the law clearly states under 15101B and B1 that under no circumstances may a vote count be accessed before 8 p.m. election day. Under no circumstances may a vote count be accessed before 8 p.m. on the day of the election. And in my elections, 2020, the vote count was accessed 10 days before the election, and no accountability. I went to court. No reason, no reasoning. I came across blatant, arbitrary discrimination. I came across total injustice. But that's okay, because we have Court of Appeals. And that's why the system has been set like that. If you don't get justice, you go to Court of Appeal, then you go to Supreme Court, and then you go to U.S. Supreme Court. So I'm at that. I'm going to keep fighting for your rights, because I want to set a precedent that if there is injustice, there's a way. And I will fight for that way. I'm fighting for peace and prosperity. I'm fighting for your rights. I want you to know that. I'm not going to give up. I'm going to keep at it, because somebody's got to do it. Who's going to do it? The incumbent people who are already in office, either side of the aisle, no. They're there, and they're going to stay there, and they'll go on forever without any changes. If you look back, there's a place called Santa Susana, okay? Santa Susana in 1947, and now this Santa Susana is in District 30, in my district, near Chatsworth, and 1947, there was a field lab, Santa Susana field lab for nuclear activity, for nuclear arms, and that nuclear reactor that was set up in Santa Susana leaked. When it leaked, contamination was leaked in the lab, and instead of stopping contamination, the news was blocked. So basically, I'm not going to go in the blame game of who's responsible, who's not. I want to put an end to this. So later there was Woolsey fire in the area, and the fire went all the way into the field lab, and the place just went on fire, and the contamination went all over the district. So basically, the Santa Susana field lab area is contaminated, and all the parties involved went into court against each other, and that space stands, it stands as it is, and there's no cleanup operation. Just by brooming up the place, you're not going to clean up a nuclear contamination. It needs to be fully cleaned up, and we are the most powerful, richest nation on the planet, and we are arguing about who's going to do the cleanup. So I'm going to get there, put all the parties, all the forces together, bring out a settlement, peaceful settlement, make them all take part of the responsibility and clean up the place. And once we clean up the place, we have a huge opportunity of employment and advancement in that area. So things like that. There's so many things. I need to bring jobs back. That's the one thing I'm going to really work with the employers. That okay, what is that is driving the employment out of America? What is that force? Money, cost of operation, whatever it is. If there is cost of operation, we got to make sure we make it, employment friendly. We got to make sure it's business friendly. Right now, every employer that is abroad has gone out for a reason that their cost of operation is lower over there because of taxation and so many other factors that drive the cost up. So we got to find a way together to make a tax-free zone. We got to make sure that we offer free taxation for like a few years, so that the business can resettle down here back home in America. Okay, we can make this happen, and for that we need policies, and we need a person like me. I am that person who's going to bring in these changes. I'm the person who's going to bring in that relief. I'm the person who's going to bring in peace. I'm the person that's going to bring advancement. I'm the person who's going to bring reforms in justice. I'm going to bring immigration reform. I'm going to remove poverty. I'm going to remove homelessness. And these tasks are not like out of the world. We don't have to go to the moon to fulfill these tasks. All we need to do is take them seriously, like the way we took the pandemic seriously and we have it under control. Of course, it's not 100% under control, but we have it under control. It's not like we don't know a solution. There is a solution, and we are fighting to gain more and more control over it. And similarly, homelessness is not such a big deal if we really put our heads together and say, okay, federal government, we need your help. Let's get this funding together and let's handle this issue once and for all. Because if we try to address homelessness in piecemeals, it's now never going to go away. If we go and try the homeless in this section and a little bit of that section, not going to go away. We have to take it by large. We have to take the bull by the hand and turn it around and make sure that it never comes back to us. And make sure those people who are already struggling, good people who are facing hard times, hardship, and worried about homelessness, they don't go there. Housing is an issue. Housing, oh my God, housing is a serious issue. Even the subject itself, there's so many requirements, pre-qualification, this, that, oh God. A young couple getting married, trying to have this dream of owning a house is impossible because there's so much requirement, credit check, this and that. How is somebody going to have a credit if the guy just started his life together? A husband and wife, with a little bit of earning, it's impossible. Even renting a house is just as much as paying a mortgage. So, and then the property taxes, think about that. Yeah, that's going to really be a shocker to you. So all those points, when you think about in buying a house, immediately pull you down. Like, oh, no. It's for the rich. We can't even dream of owning a house because the property tax is going to take us down. Or the mortgage is going to be so high. Oh, this, oh, that. Okay, we need to find out solutions for our next generation, okay? So housing, we have to find out policies that's going to make housing reachable, workable. If you are under a certain bracket, you should not be able to run around. You should be able to get easy housing, and if it doesn't have to be in the center of Los Angeles, if it's got to be around somewhere, wherever a policy has to be put in place where free housing has to be put in place. Those who cannot afford housing, we cannot let these people live in encampments. When you live in encampment, you are in danger of getting a disease. Any homeless community, my friends, my brothers out there living in encampments, you are living in a very unsafe situation, and I am with you. I want to remove homelessness. I want to make sure to provide you safe living conditions, and that's going to be through safe housing. And that safe housing is going to come in, take into effect with proper policy and procedures. And proper policy and procedures come with great leadership. And I bring that great leadership. I bring you a selfless leadership. I bring you a person who has no interest in making anything for himself or his family. I have 100% intention to support you and bring out results from day one. How do we bring results from day one? Together, collective measure. I want to be able to bring 1 million people out on the street or shoot like gas prices. Oh my God, gas prices, gas prices. Wow. Gas prices. What's going on? There was a time we were paying $1, then with $2, $3, $4, $5 now. Nothing is going to change unless we bring out a voice of concern, a voice of a shock, a voice of disturbance, a voice of stress. This is very extremely stressful. How do people go to work? You look at your gas mileage and you look at gas prices and your cost of living every month, and this is creeping higher and higher. So not everybody can go and buy an electric car right now. The prices of those vehicles are also high. Yes, there are government relief packages, but unless those electric cars become really affordable, probably people will jump into that sooner than later. But for now, there's got to be some kind of control these gas prices, because whether it's gas prices, whether prices on the counter on living items. There's got to be a task force that has been put by the governor, by the president. Somebody has to wake up and say people are hurting. Why are people not happy with government right now? Is because day-to-day living standards are being crushed. People who go out to get their grocery or day-to-day items look at the shelf price and say, oh my God, why isn't anybody watching? What's going on? Isn't there some control over price gouging? So I'm that guy. I'm talking now. I'll keep talking while I'm in office, and I'm going to make sure that I make a task force that will represent the people, that'll make sure that the prices of day-to-day living are in reasonable bracket. I'm not saying don't make profit, make reasonable profit, but don't kill the people over it, People who have a family and already hurting because of living condition, when they go to the market, I've seen people looking at items, looking at the price and putting it back on the shelf. Oh my God, no, we got to put an end to this. We are the American people, we are fair. We are looking for justice, we are looking for a fair system, a fair deal. And fair deals comes from fair working environment, a fair job, a reasonable income. If there's no reasonable income, there's going to be no, the living conditions are going to be tougher and tougher. And then comes the time to pay rent every month. People, many of them that I know are surviving on month-to-month basis. Month-to-month basis. Can you realize the struggle and tension on the families on their dining table every night when they're sitting down and crunching the numbers, and they're going month to month, not knowing what's going to happen next month? Well, we are together in this. If there's one family suffering, it's not just one family. It's our society that is suffering. All together, we need to bring in measures. So, no, we're not expecting to pull any magic trick on this. All we need to do is bring collective effort. And the time of the year is the time of election. I'm running for office, and I am running to remove these obstacles from your life. And not just anybody can do that. A person who's committed, a person who knows how to make things happen, a person who is ready to deliver results, a person who's offering accountability, a person who's offering responsibility, a person who's offering presence, a person who's offering delegation. That's the one. Look at the incumbent. Let's talk about the incumbent. Where is the incumbent? Where is the person who is holding the office right now of Congress in District 30? Show me where he is. You won't see him anywhere. You won't find him. I don't want to name him. I don't want to give him importance. But I want you to know that the person who is in office, the incumbent, is invisible. The incumbent is incapable. He has not done anything in the past. Totally incapable of doing anything in the future. I'm capable. I'm talking to you right now. I'm driving through the district. I can see people waving at me. I'm seeing people driving around me, crossing the street, waving at me, because I see enthusiasm. I see excitement in people because they know that I'm going to win this election. I will be answerable, I will be responsible, and I will be present. I will make sure that I answer to each one of you. The doors are open. You need people. You need open door policy. You need a policy there where you feel that, hey, I'm going to make that phone call and somebody's going to return that phone call. Otherwise, I'm going to go and talk to my congressman and say, hey, this is what I want. This is what I'm facing. This is the difficulty that my neighborhood has been facing for years. This is the safety situation that we are facing for years. Or for that matter, public safety is a serious concern, no matter where you are. But the crime rate has gone up. I don't want to go into numbers right now, but I want you to know that I'm noticing. I'm one of you. I'm living through this. And if something is happening in your neighborhood, it's just like happening in my neighborhood, because things escalate, and these things like a disease spread out. So we got to stop it. And how do we stop it? We need somebody who cares. I'm that person, that leadership that will be there, that you'll be proud of. I guarantee you, you'll be proud of my leadership. You'll be proud of the result that I'm going to deliver, the report that I'm going to bring to you. I'm going to make sure that I open a reporting service from day one on week-to-week basis. Our goal, results, and making community forces, community task force, they'll go out and look at all these stores and bring out a report of the pricing that are out there and how people are hurting. That will be collectively done, and it has to be just put in order. I am going to ensure that. I will ensure that. I'm already doing that. I'm driving around meeting people, from city to city. I was in Studio City, Sherman Oaks. I'm driving through Encino, Tarzana, and the other parts of district. I'm going to malls, talking to people. People around wave at me, and sometimes I stop my van and talk to them. And people are just happy that there's a person with decency, humanity in that person. Who cares? I'm telling you, I will make things happen because I care. I will make things happen because that's the need of the hour. I will make things happen because otherwise we're going to just go into the downward spiral that we are already in. I need to make sure that I make up for the time lost. I'm going to make up time for the 25, 30, 40, 50 years lost because we are behind. We are in the space age, and we are facing those issues of poverty, and we are facing issues of homelessness. I can't believe it. Employment, jobs, while some people have lost everything during the pandemic, we have seen people go to the moon. We see people going into the space, sending rockets up there, tourism in the space. So there are people who are spending millions and millions and billions going to space, while there are people living in poverty and dying out of hardship. So we got to be fair, people. We can do all the goodness in science and technology, but we got to also keep an eye. And when all that money is going there, the money should be spent on bringing the pricing down, the cost of living down. We got to bring housing structures in order. We got to make housing available. Affordable housing is the need of the hour. Affordable living is the need of the hour. How are a family of kids going to survive when they can't afford rent? Oh my God, rent? There's no control. People through the pandemic who haven't been able to pay the rent, and the government is reaching out, but there are many people who did pay their rent. I know many families who were stuck by the cord and kept paying the rent, and finally lost their job, lost their business. Many people with small businesses, completely wiped out of the streets because lockdown. They obeyed orders, stayed in, and guess what? They got nothing. Now they're trying to start again, but starting all over. You can imagine what it is for any business when you put years and years and years, 20, 30 years, and then you get wiped out and you got to start again. Who needs to be there? We need to be there, all of us together. And that's why I'm running for office. My name is Raji Rab. I'm running for Congress in District 30, but that does not put a barrier, does not put a limit to who I can help and who I can't. I'm running from District 30, but I'll help anybody from anywhere who needs help. Reach out to me. I'll find a solution. If I have to come down to you, I'll come down to you. If you can come down to me, come up to me, reach me out, join my force. Right now, I'm fighting to get into Congress. Remember one thing. We have to be together. Okay? It's the shareholding and stakeholding. When I go to Congress, you go to Congress. When I go to Congress, you become the stakeholder. You get the delegation of authority. You get the pride. You get the success. You and your family will enjoy the relief that I will provide to you when I'm in office. Because what's the purpose of going to Congress, for that matter, Senate or anywhere, is to provide relief. Up till now, you will see no matter who gets elected, and then this first thing they do is they disappear. You can find them, you can talk to them, phones will keep ringing, nobody will answer your call. And there are some good politicians who will respond, or their office members will respond, but the issues remain unattended, my friend. The issues remain unattended. I'm talking non-stop with you guys because I'm hoping to reach out to you. I'm hoping that I can reach out to your heart. I am hoping that I can reach out to your mind. I hope my words apply to you. I hope I can seek out the communication, the support that I'm reaching out for. I'm reaching out for your hand. I'm reaching out for your support. I'm reaching out for your heart. I'm reaching out for your mind. Intellect must apply because Time is passing. Every day counts. There are so many families. They are facing homelessness and getting closer to homelessness every day. There are days that are coming where families are thinking, how are we going to pay for grocery? How are we going to pay for our kids, lunch, dinner, rent? We got to stop this. If we can afford to go to the moon and the space and space tourism and whatnot, we can stop that for a second and say, okay, let's put money there. Let's get together and find and create jobs that can afford families to get their homes, or let's hold everything and put money into affordable housing. We can do that. I'm willing to chair that project. I'm willing to chair that project without any remuneration, without any money. I can do that. And when I go to Congress, I'm going to appoint people who will do it, who will find a way of creating affordable housing, just for goodness. I'm fighting the fight for righteousness. I'm going to compete in righteousness. I'm going to put a force together that will compete in righteousness. I'm going to put people together who will value righteousness and doing the good thing, like the good old ways, the good old American ways that we've always had. But you know what? The people of America are good people. Special interests are driving us crazy. Special interests are dividing us. Special interests are making money and taking the juice out of our living, taking the life out of us. We are struggling. Special interests are thriving. So it's okay. I'm here. I'm fighting. I'm going to get this thing straightened out because somebody has to do it. I know you guys are busy making a living. I know you guys are busy with your education. You guys are busy with your small business. You guys are busy with in trying to stabilize your largest, whatever size businesses you have. But it's my job to make sure when the time of the election comes, you pick up the right person. I am that person. And as long as I live, I'm going to strive to make life easier for you, make life better for you, make life reasonable for you. Most of the family trouble, domestic violence, all those things utter out of money, because people don't have money. It ends up into argument, and then people feel that the other person is not doing enough job to provide for the family. Yes, that's true. But how much can a man or a woman do when the opportunities are restricted? So give me a hand. Let me provide the opportunity. I'm going to be that person that will stand accountable if the jobs are not brought out. I'm the person that will be responsible and accountable if the living conditions are not improved, because I will make sure from day one that I'm going to be responsible. How do we do this? I'm going to select the right people. I'm going to select a team of people, who I'm going to delegate with the authority to bring out housing results, remove poverty, employment, not just employment on the minimum scale, for God's sake, in the employment. Okay, look guys, if we are thinking of providing employment on the minimum scale, that means we are just looking to larger profit scales, okay? So we can give up a little bit of profit and distribute it among the employment, make them stakeholders on the profit that we have, so that at least, we have our conscience that works with us. Because if we have better paying jobs, if we have people that are happy, that's going to bring a happier product. And then that'll bring up a happier state, a happier United States of America, because people in the world look at us as leaders of the free world. They follow us. And if we say, you go to America and they're not going to juice you out of your earning, they're going to give you a decent earning, and you're going to be a stakeholder in whatever prospects that are there. And it's going to bring in peace and prosperity to even the smallest family, even the smallest job that there is. That if you do that job, you're going to be coming back home safe, without that problem of surviving issues, without the problem of struggling issue, without the problem of meeting your ends meet. So I'm at it, and the summary of my voice, the juice of my concern is that everything comes down to leadership, everything comes down to relief, everything comes down to results. And how do you get relief, results, how you come down to making things happen is all those things that I'm talking about, all those struggles and troubles that I'm talking about. We can end that. How do we end that? Put me in office. Put me in office. I know how to do it. I'll do it. I know. You have to work hard. You've got to know what the root causes that are causing troubles in our society. What is the root cause that is taking businesses away? You sit down with people. You don't make councils, or you don't make committees that will work for months and months. You need to sit down and make the issue, resolve that in a very short time, in a month, a few weeks, and sit down. Okay, what kind of relief can we offer? What kind of relief package are our businesses looking for? What can we do that other countries are doing to keep their business flourishing? Simple. Give incentives, give break, tax break, for God's sake, tax break, because those people are not giving tax anyways because they're not even here. They're abroad. So we have so much land here and doing nothing. Why cannot we use common sense, bring those people here, ask them, hey, start your business here. We're going to give you a tax break, whether you're from America, you are from anywhere in the country, you bring here, you open a huge business, bring employment here, we're going to give you a break. Especially the first choice to the American companies that have gone abroad trying to make a bigger profit margin. It's understood. Everybody wants to start a business and make a bigger profit margin. I would, everybody would. But let's be reasonable, give a chunk of that profit to the employees. We can do that. We are American people, are generous people, okay? I know that. All the people that I've worked with, they look for an opportunity to work from home, and we must give them opportunity to bring Americans back, bring the American business forces back here. Let's remove that blue and red, differences out of the way. We cannot let America be hit with differences of any kind, whether it's race, religion, culture, or party politics. We will not let anybody divide us. We'll work together. We may have difference of opinion. That's healthy, but we will not let that come in between us, that will divide us, or that will hit our prosperity values. So again, I'm here reaching out to you. Please remember to join hands. Please remember to take a little bit of time out. Call a few friends, make a forum, join me. It's very simple. All we need to do is get a force behind me, get your numbers behind me, get yourself behind me. It's the call of the hour, it's the need of the hour, it's the duty of the hour. What I'm asking you is, get behind me, get your voices behind me. Let's make a force together, and then hold me accountable. Because if we do nothing, we'll get more of the same. I'm talking about District 30 California right now. I'm running for Congress from District 30 California. I'm running for the House of Representatives in the District 30 California. And I'm asking for your vote. I'm asking for your support. I'm asking to support values of decency, values of living, values of family. So family values of decency, values of making a decent living for your family, values of integrity, values of employment, values of coming home and facing a happy family together instead of facing values of struggle, values of hardship. No, we can do that together, because it's not a task that is monumental. It's a task that is easily doable, because you need real leadership to form a task force to make this thing happen. We bring American business back here, jobs will come in, people will make money, everything will fall into place. I believe that American people are the most hardworking and generous people. You will not find a labor force like American labor force anywhere in the world. I'm proud of it. I support our labor force, but we have to bring employment back here. So we have to make sure that the immigration policy is proper. We have to make sure that the public safety in place. We have to make sure that equality and values of equal opportunity are in place. We make sure there's no division, there's no discrimination. We will not allow that. We are all good people here. We will remove the force of division from our society. We will make sure that there is equal opportunity in businesses, and we will make sure that we have equal opportunity in all the spectrums of life, and that anybody looking for housing has equal opportunity. Yeah, there are laws out there that you can see. There are laws of equal opportunity, but there's no housing. So what equal opportunity? This is so difficult. So we have to make sure that we have peace, prosperity, the rule of law in order, and we have to make sure that education is debt-free. We have to make sure that education is debt-free, and only debt-free education will raise a debt-free nation. We have to make sure that the environment is clean. It is extremely. How can we survive if the environment is unhealthy? We cannot survive. Our seniors, our the new generation, the younger generation, they will all be impacted with the forces of pollution. Pollution? We don't want pollution. Nobody wants pollution. Nobody wants at least pollution in their backyard. So a healthy environment is going to raise a healthy generation. So I'm a very strong proponent. I'm a very strong, supporter of a healthy environment, and we have to make sure it's a no-brainer, people. When you get up and you walk through or drive through pollution, you're already impacting your life. So we don't want that. We don't want any diseases. We don't want pollution. We want a healthy environment. We want clean air, clean water. Clean air, clean water. No-brainer. There's no rocket science in this. Even animals need clean air and clean water. So we got to protect the planet. And the planet belongs to all of us. We're equal. We are equal stakeholders and shareholders of the planet. And whoever has more, out of the planet should give more to the planet. So I believe as Americans, we have a duty towards protecting the planet. The environment is extremely important. We have nuclear contamination in our District 30, California. I'm going to fight. I'm going to investigate. I'm going to stop this end to this contamination, and I'm going to make sure that place is converted into a good working place after a full cleanup, create hundreds and thousands of jobs there, and make sure that everybody has a healthy, decent living. And how does it happen? That's my job as your next congressman. I'm going to make sure that it's not that you have to wake up and start thinking. It's my job as an equal stakeholder to say, don't worry guys, we're creating more jobs in this area. Don't worry guys, we're creating more jobs in that area. Don't worry guys, the cost of living is going to come down. Don't worry guys, this housing crisis is going to be over. Don't worry guys, because that is my job as the next congressman to prepare for all this, to go to office and make sure to take your worries away. Oh my God. Any discussion with any family, rich or poor, they sit down and they start talking the same issue out there. Everybody's thinking of getting ahead. Of course, their families and their businesses, billion-dollar businesses, the business have gone skyrocketing because of the pandemic, and they've benefited from this, online businesses and whatnot, and now spending money and going to space. So that's good, but I'm going to reach out to those people, and I'm going to most humbly present them a case of helping the American people that, create more jobs. And when you create jobs, give a portion of your profit to those working families so they have a sense of ownership to the workforce that is in place. So whether it's homelessness, whether it's healthcare, whether it's public safety, whether it's employment, whether there is environment, whether it's student debt, and all the other issues, parks, our facilitations, our market, our day-to-day living, it is all connected to all of us equally. It doesn't matter if a part of the community is doing really well and the rest of the community is hurting. That means we are all hurting, and it's going to ultimately hit us all equally and alike. So I call upon you, I reach out to you to join my hand, to join my support, put a word together, put this force that I'm trying to put together. I'm trying to put a force of good people that will come together for peace and prosperity, to compete in righteousness, to support me in winning this next congressional election. I am asking for your vote. I'm asking for your support. I want to join my hand, my word, my voice to deliver the goodness that we also deserve. Okay, guys? Thank you so much, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Don't forget me. Don't forget me. I'll talk to you soon. Thank you.